Hello everyone, my name is Jihad. I belong to Faculty of Science, Mansour University. Trees, animals, even humans, all are made of DNA. Scientists have always wondered why we cannot make computers also out of DNA. Can such a biological material like DNA act as a computational programming and processing material? Yes. Whatever. What is the difference between your computer and the DNA? What it could make that DNA couldn't? Storing data. Let me introduce you to the first chromosome of a human genome. This chromosome encodes data that make you you. If I want to write this data on papers, I will need about 200,000 pages just to write information of one single chromosome. How long can your drive keep your data safe? This fossil could store their information in the form of DNA, and we can read this even after millions of years. If you have a drive from 60, tell me if you can store any data of it. Your computer speaks a language only of 2 letters, zeros and ones, but DNA has 4-letter language, A, C, G, and T, with millions and millions of different combinations. Programming and storing data can be possible with DNA molecules. But DNA for a long time was very efficient storing biological data. How can we hack it and store whatever data we want on it? As an example, we have an image. This image stored in our computer as a sequence of zeros and ones. Simply, with many methods that was explained before in later presentations, we can convert this binary file sequence into DNA sequence and synthesis using different machine that is very complex. But once you have your DNA sequence that contains the information using similar device and a couple of USB, you can sequence and decode your sequence DNA into a binary file that could be read easily by your computer. Well, now we know that DNA molecules have the potential to proceed computational problems and solve problems and store data, but where we will place DNA in the computers. Computers actually not like magic. They just follow orders. These orders are stored in the main memory of our computers, with the CPU units, which contain millions and millions of transistors. They always ask what's next of this information and process it efficiently, as they just separate this problem into smaller ones, all proceed at the same time. Imagine that I can place these millions of transistors with only small piece of DNA. Actually, computers are limited not also by their CPU unit efficiency, but by their main memory capacity. With DNA storage technique, we can overcome the physical displacement that disable us to perceive more complex computational and mathematical problems. When you have such a molecule that is programmable, save data and process it, and also can execute it perfectly and fast, what you can do? DNA origami is a revolution technology that uses DNA and builds nano scaffold of DNA molecules that is programmed to target the diseased cell. Once that diseased cells and the scaffold DNA are in contact, you can order this scaffold to proceed any instructions you want, whether to release a drug or to induce apoptosis or any different order you need from this cell. Are you safe on the internet? Of course not, but DNA can help. Tell me if you can read this message. This message is actually encrypted using a sum of rules called cipher, and to use these rules to decode this message, you need to know the keys. DNA, which have 4 letters instead of 2 letters, has the capacity to be encrypted with a code, with a key that changes every time you decrypt data. That means when you encrypt your data, every time it changes the key. You will take millions of years to just discover the message if this was encoded by DNA technology. Thank you.